ladies and gentlemen, I think LPE may have found an out here. They may have a free go at game number 3. It's possible, but Bren Esports, they also have quite comfortable picks.
This is just like yung parang ginawa ng Bren Esports. Yun yung ginawa ng Bren Esports kahapon laban sa Onyx PH ng game number 1 ay yung ginagawa ngayon ng LPE sa game number 2 ngayon. So, yun yung Harley na ang kaibahan nga lang is Bren Esports went for Bane instead of the Claude na alam natin yung Claude meron siyang way to finish the game. So this time, holistic approach coming out from LPE, napakarami nilang panghuli sa Ling. But instead of Roger or Lance, Ling yung pinili nila kasi at the very least may Tempest of Blades
na pang out.
Si Ling na pang out.
Yep.
Si Ling. Kung nag-Lancelot or Roger kasi ang Bren Esports, napakadaling nila huliin lalo.
Yep. Mas madaling i-time ang Phantom Execution. Bibilangin mo lang, abangan mo lang sa dulo.
Right.
But for the Tempest of Blades, it's essentially an iframe. It's a super iframe.
Yeah.
Right now, laning-wise, Ribo versus Jake, Flap versus Ryota. I feel like Ryota here, definitely sa early stages of the game, mabubugbog talaga siya ni Pacquiao.
Yeah. So this time it's Kaja mid lane para sa LPE. Potential choices ay syempre Clock of Destiny or Fleeting Time, pero usually nagka-Calamity Reaper ang mga mid na Kaja for the burst.
Yep.
We might see that. Ang problem nga lang with LPE is hindi nila madaling pigilan ang pag-farm ni KarlTzy kasi ang ginawa ni Lusty on this tank back siya, tinulungan niya kasi alam natin ibang mabilis mag-take, but eto na.
Here we go. Ribo tatamaan ng deadly magics. Might actually survive. Not much damage laid down by Jake the Dog for him. So, bilang zoning, okay din siya para pauwiin si Ribo. Pero mabilis rumisponde si Lusty. At si Karl, check this out.
Okay.
Papasukin niya sa loob si Jake the Dog. BMI in. Pheww with the assist. And that's gonna be first blood for Bren.
And actually, Jake the Dog opting to go for Flicker. I like it. Yung decision niya para makalabas.
Extra mobility.
Kinda makes me think, mahirap pa rin mag-cloud sa laban na to. Imagine this, meron kang back siya, meron ding Pakito.
Hindi siya easy go.
Yeah.
Parang at this point, maybe the Purify would have been better. But just the same, I think BMO is missing out on a huge opportunity. Kanina ko pa nakita na bakit ka sa bottom bumibisita. I think, again, just an opinion, they need to do what Lusty did for Ribo in game 1.
Yeah, kasi eventually yung Barats will not even care about the Pakito anymore.
Yeah.
That's a matchup na alam natin lalamang yung Barats.
Yep.
In fact, yung Pakito pa yung kailangan mag-react, but now Ribo buying so much time actually.
Mukhang ito ang plano ng LP. Instead of sending one to defend, bubugbugin na lang nila ang top lane. Down goes Ribo, traded out for Arvs and Aspect. Lusty surviving. Minamama niya si Jake the Dog. Wala ka pang weapons, wala ka pang items. Jake, kayang-kaya pa kita. Pheww to the rescue as well. That's all wins for Bren.
LPE, pure. Napakaganda nung idea, but poor execution. Merong isang little move na ginawa si Ribo that actually made it so na naging mahirap yung LPE. Nahirap yung LPE. So instead na paback siya, papunta dun sa base, paangat ang ginawa ni Ribo.
Yep.
He actually kidrossover niya, basically yung LPE. Yung little move na yun, nag-spend ng sobrang daming oras yung Bren Esports, duly punished ng LPE afterwards. Para may time rumisponde ang mga tropa ng The GOAT. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, already about 1,000 gold ahead ang Bren Esports dito. Lusty looking for one. Matatalunan dito si Arvs, Ryota to the rescue. BMO answering back as well. May trap siyang linagay doon sa bagong brush na pumasok. Nice effort for Bren to just zone out LPE for the first turtle of the game. The classic movements coming out from Bren Esports, si Lusty and si FlapTzy. Kahit ano yung matchup ng heroes nila, ang kailangan lang nilang gawin ay mang zone out. They also have the added flavor na nanood si Pheww kahit hindi na nga kinailangan yung real world manipulation. Yung crystal pa lang already giving them vision. At si LPE hindi rin ready nung time na yun. Do take note, LPE, malakas sila pang pick-offs with their mid lane composition. But when it comes to team fights around turtles, mas madali ang buhay ng Bren kasi napakaraming pang zona to.
Yep! Tatalunan ni Lusty ang isa. Pheww puts in the final blow. Maisahan dito. Arvs na pick off. Lusty gonna get out of here. Back siya, popping the Puissance and magre-recall. So, Wolf, because of the innate advantage of the rotations on Bren, parang silang nagmumukhang pick off lineup.
Yeah. Lalong-lalo kasi yung movement sa LPE, ang dali nila ma-punish. However, do take note, it's still Jake the Dog Claude. Na-late lang siguro ng few seconds, but it is still Demon Hunter Sword before the 5-minute mark. At may fleeting time na ngayon si Arvs. If there's anything, kailangan ma-pressure na ng LPE. Gamitin na nila itong mga items na to. Mamaya, hindi na ganun ka-effective. Kumbaga, mapapanis na yung kanilang timing, kanilang items. Kailangan na nilang gamitin ngayon.
For now, masarap pa.
Yes.
Habang mainit, guys, kainin nyo habang mainit. Yan ang gustong gawin dito ni Aspect.
Naku po, baka ma-outplay na naman sila ni Ribo.
Let's see, Ribo. Lalagyan ng trap dito ni Bimo. Mavaview. Oh, nice! Okay. Divine Judgment dito ni Lusty. Sasaluhin plus Deadly Magics. Yan ang sinasabi natin, Wolf, na kahit back tsaka hindi ka magsasurvive. But to be fair, kinain ni Lusty lahat yun. Lahat yun kay Lusty lang.
But I think it's one thing na sabihin natin pang soak ka ng damage, but also another thing na yung impact niya ay maganda para sa LPE kasi nakapag-push sila dun sa may bottom lane.
Yeah, great conversion.
Great conversion. Ribo, kahit pa meron siyang Meteor Shower, ang dami kasi pwedeng tumank, particularly si Popol. So they're still okay.
Si Kupa.
Si Kupa pala,
also,
sorry.
si Kupa na lang para hindi mamatay si Bimo.
Tama. And we're able to tank through that at nakapag-push sa may bottom lane. Question is, kaya ba nila-convert sa turtle to?
Currently, we are sitting at 100% turtles for Bren Esports. Lusty, gonna be baiting it out. Alam niyang hindi pa nakaposisyon si KarlTzy, wants to get his purple first. And, Wolf, I like what Jake the Dog is doing here. Kanina dead lane yung top, tapos alam niyang medyo mainit na yung bottom, sumasagot na ang Bren. And hold up, Arvs! Nice pull onto one, FlapTzy, sabugan. Pero gandang sagot dito ng Bren. Real world manipulation plus Meteor Shower. Pheww gonna be punished here in the middle of the river. 2 for 3 ang palitan. Jake the Dog goes down. Lusty and KarlTzy left here for Bren Esports. 3v2. Lusty gonna go down. Mag-isa na lang dito ang Prodigy. What a turnaround to the turnaround.
Mas maganda yung ginawa ng LPE. Mas marami sila nakuha kills. Bren Esports had hope kasi ang ganda nung combo ng mga knockups. Parang sabayang bigkas mula sa Bren Esports.
Sunugan.
But LPE, ang ganda nung second fight. Kumbaga may, di ba, may first blow yung straight jab nila. Tinalo nila ng hook. At yung hook na yun ang galing mula kay Jake the Dog dun sa likuran. May isa pa siya kasama nun forgot who it was, but them combining together para makuha yung mga backliners, Ribo and Pheww. Nagulat sila May nang likod and Ryota.
Parang damage yata, but look at this. FlapTzy, sasaluhin ng Deadly Magics plus Detona's Welcome. And I think that was maybe a small miscalculation. Kinain habang naka-Deadly Magics, so walang masyadong damage. Nakasurvive pa si Pacquiao, hindi na knockdown.
And that means na ang Bren Esports makakuha na naman ng footing, makapag-farm ulit. OP, however, napaka-crucial nung fact na si Jake the Dog na sa likuran. Kaso nga lang, mas crucial yung kill ni KarlTzy doon kay Jake the Dog. So, kung titingnan natin yung mga cores, hindi na to KarlTzy laban kay Aspect. This is actually KarlTzy versus Jake the Dog already. Aspect more on the pick-off na lang siya. Siya na yung gagawa ng carpet para lakaran ni Jake the Dog later on. So, now, it's gonna be critical for both teams.
Linuluto ni Aspect, pero si Jake mamayang kakain.
That's right.
Let's see. Again, Bimo is also very instrumental dito. Napaka-importante ng ginagawa ni Bimo para hindi ma-face check ang dalawang core niya. FlapTzy picking up the Bloodlust Axe. Lusty, naghahanap ng engage. I-clear muna sa baba.
Glowing one coming out from Ribo. It's gonna be scary!
Papasok! Mahihila! Pheww! Nakapaglabas pa ng real manipulation, but he gets picked off as well. Down goes Bimo. Arvs traded out. Papasabugin dito si Aspect. Out! Sabi ni Jake, out! Not a good place.
Man, I just can't believe how genius KarlTzy is sa pagbato niya ng... Bihira kasi, pag nakakita tayo ng Ling, parang hindi na nga tumatama yung knock-up Yung normally kasi, when you pop the ultimate, parang nangyayari na lang is either defensive, rarely siya naging offensive, at rarely siya ginagamit for knock-up. FlapTzy with a dodge, by the way.
Sparring sila.
And I wanna take note, yung knock-up na nagawa ni KarlTzy, nagawa niya kasi hinintay niya na mawalan ng dash or ng way para makapag-ating mga members sa LPE. Therefore, making it na sobrang sulit nung Tempest of Blades. Bihira na tayo makakita niyan.
Again, what was that? Season 5, huli natin kita ng mga offensive Tempest of Blades. These days, usually, it will only equal to 1 kill or pang-out nung Ling.
And Chango, dealing the damage already, hindi niya ganun kasulit yung pagkagamit ni Ribo kasi maganda rin naman yung pwestuhan ng LPE. Pero yung secondary fight, dun lumalamang yung Bren Esports. Kumbaga, sa unang suntukan, yung LPE, hard punch talaga. Pero pag hindi nila na-knockdown agad yung opponent, nakakapag-counter punch yung Bren Esports.
Yep. Parang haymaker ang hanap na LPE. Dapat, kung ma-knockout kita dito, okay. Pero kung hindi, nako, babawian mo ako ng 3-hit, 4-hit combo. Jab, straight hook. Mabigat, mahirap. And that's what Bren Esports is bringing here. Their uptime is so high. Specifically also because of the Pakito. Manny Pacquiao. Diba? Sakto, we're talking about punches here. And right now, mas maganda lang din ang rotational power. Again, another punching reference ng Bren Esports given na mas mobile sila. Ang maganda lang dito sa LPE, kita naman dapat nila, again, because of the Popoling Kupa. But when it comes out to when and where, Ling, back siya, Bren ang nagsasabi.
They have the tools pa rin naman. I wanna say, kahit nagdidikta ngayon ng mga team fights, definitely is Bren Esports sa counter punch. Pag ang Laus Playbook Esports ay nakahanap ng magandang openings, take note Kaja, Harley, and the Barats. Heroes that can definitely kill. Kahit gano'ng kataas ang farm ni KarlTzy, mamaya, kayang-kaya siyang patayin ng side ng LPE. So, this is still not over. I'm still seeing LPE's chances. But Bren Esports, kung tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang pag-counter punch sa LPE, if KarlTzy plays this na perfectly na hindi nga siya ulit mahuhuli, yung the classic KarlTzy na alam natin, this will be really good para sa Bren Esports.
Yep, I agree. But I love how you brought up, Wolf, yung automatic -1s. -3 technically ng LPE, di ba? Harley, pipili lang ng isa, Deadly Magics. Until now, wala pa rin totoong sagot sa suppress, di ba? Ng isang Divine Judgment ng Kaja. And then you have the Detona's Welcome na pag nakita mong, naghahanap ng target, lalayo kayo, magdi-disperse. Yeah, I agree. Definitely right now, that's a possibility that the LPE gets a hold on the situation. And let's not forget si Jake the Dog. Nagpapalakas.
Yeah. I mean, madali mo siya ng mga about 30 seconds in the early stages. It won't matter so much. Sobrang bilis mag-flash farm ng isang Claude. And I want to say LPE set him up for success din naman when it comes to the draft. Parang meron kang taga-saing at si Jake na lang yung kakain, kumbaga. Now, Bren Esports, they need to be wary of these timings. In fact, in Bren Esports naman maganda naman yung kanilang execution so far. And they're winning when it comes to the caches. LPE, they have to be more careful ngayon. Mas kailangan yung resource management ng LPE ay mas maganda kumpara sa Bren. Kasi yung Bren, napakadaling mag-depensa on their side. Look at this. Chang'e, Eve, kapag hindi nakakuha ng wipeout ang LPE, mahirapan silang tumapos ng laban.
I'll agree. Wave clear. Bren Esports has it in spades. LPE, nahihirapan pa. And now, look at this. Ang ganda ng disiplina ng LPE. Alam nilang pwede nilang hilahin si Lusty for a clean wipe, clean pick-off. Pero alam nilang hindi yung tamang target.
Yeah. Gonna have to look for the proper timing. Oh, double Athena's picked up by Bren.
Dami lang shields.
Sabi nila, kuha tayo ng anti-magic.
Anti-arbs, anti-aspect.
Anti-arbs, anti-aspect. The burst is gonna be there. Riote naman, nagpapako natin. So naturally, what you get from the Barats. So, Lord Dance, ang mangyayari. At the 10-minute mark.
Hanapan sila. This is still a level 1 Lord. I'm wondering, it's Bimo and Riota. Pareho silang may Cursed Helm. So, ang gusto nila, pareho. Meron din silang passive way to clear waves. Definitely understandable. And look at this Jake the Dog. Man, pasimple lang. Baka kaya niya itong kunin, ha?
He actually can.
Ooh.
So quick. Nasa walang tumatangkay, so marireset. I think Jake the Dog makuha lang ng stacks. At nagpaparinig lang sa Bren Esports. Sabi nila, oy, kinukuha namin to, kailangan nyo mag-react.
Okay, Kupa gonna go down. So at least alam nila for a few seconds, no pun intended, walang real world manipulation. So I think this is a great time for LPE to try to go for more than just a pick-off. At least 2.
Oh, look at that. Bren Esports really paving the way para makapag-farm si KarlTzy ng konti. Naghanap sila ng gulo somewhere. Windtalker now for KarlTzy. I like this item kasi hindi naman din ganun ka daling i-burst na mga members ng LPE. So, going for the long route, more attack speed and syempre movement speed. Panghabol.
And the spread damage.
Spread damage, and that's also true. Titingnan natin naman sa Bren Esports.
Ooh, they check into that bush with the Eve With the Eve, the Crystal, yeah. Ang ganda nung pagkaalagay ni Pheww doon. Kahit si Lusty pumasok na din eh. That's pulling doubles. Now Arvs papasukin. Humihila isa. That's gonna be -1. Pheww, they're trading for Arvs. Now, in comes another. Babawasan si Lusty. Okay, 2 for 1 ang trade. 2 for 1 ang palitan. Makahanap pa ba ng isa dito ang LPE Ryota? Kumakagat si FlapTzy. Hindi lalaban. That's going to be Jake the Dog. Sabi niya, guys, call ko dito, Lord tayo.
Picture this, si Arvs. Parang siya yung sundalo na hindi niya, siya yung cover fire, siya yung susugod, sige magpapabaril na ako guys, basta kayo na bahala. Tiniis niya yung skills ni Pheww para makapasok at makapag-divine judgment, and eventually LPE was able to get the advantage. At ngayon, na-force yung flicker kay FlapTzy. Lord ang target ng LPE.
Yep, this is the Thomas weapon effect. But look at this from the backlines. KarlTzy, Tempest of Blades na naman. Isang offensive. Tempest of Blades, but Jake the Dog makes him pay. What a punish. And right now, nice knock-up. Double uppercut, equaling a double for Bren Esports. Babagsak si Jake the Dog dito. And right now, Arvs looking for another. Isang malupit. Ring! Isang malupit na ring of punishment. Nanakaw pa yung Lord. FlapTzy, sasabog ba siya dito? I think it's done. You know what, Wolf? All the more worth it. Ryota na lang ang natitira. Manage the waves. Wait for Lord.
Oh my God. LPE, biglang sila pa yung nakakuha ng Lord na yun. But, I wanna say, Bren Esports, sinugal na nila. KarlTzy says, okay, sige, ako nakabala. Kailangan ko sumugal. Kasi maganda na yung move ng LPE. They were able to just take 2 kills kay Lusty para kay Pheww. And we'll see that in the replay for sure. Yung impact nito. This instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only 13,999. KarlTzy onto the backlines. Sinugal na lang. Nakakuha ng isang kill pero hindi niya napatay si Aspect kasi may Cyclone Eye na saktong-sakto. The punishment was there. Arvs gets the kill onto KarlTzy and will do another MVP-esque play with this one. Sabi niya, sige, ako na bahala. And Pheww was able to just put him so low. Kaso walang retry on both ends. Arvs with that. Alam naman natin masakit na yung hampas dahil dun sa passive ng isang Kaja.
And that's what you get with a mid Kaja, not a support Kaja. That's the mid Kaja. But right now, KarlTzy smells another goes for the
my God!
Pero sobrang sakit na ni Jake the Dog. Hak. Hinaagat niya na lahat sa Bren Esports. Papabagsain niya din si KarlTzy again. Just about to find his groove. Sabi ni Jake the Dog, easy ka lang, nag-champion ka na, kami naman. And right now, LPE about to knock on Bren Esports' door.
Sila pa talaga. Although there's a very good defense coming out from Bren Esports. May Changa, may Eve. So, defense is there. I wanna say, katulad nung sinabi natin kanina, Leo, hindi pa rin talaga safe kay KarlTzy. Kahit gano'ng karami pang farm, kahit ang gap niya kay Aspect ay 3 items. When it comes to team fights, kaya niya mag-ingat. Because you have so much punishment coming out from LPE.
Yeah.
No, kayang-kaya din talaga until the end. So, this is definitely a game na kailangan mag-ingat on both teams. Para naman sa side ng LPE, ang ganda ng mga ideas nila dito. I think their executes are so good. It's just that yung Bren Esports ay nakakasagot din naman. Do take note. But in the last few minutes of the match, you're gonna have to give it to LPE. Discipline para kay Jake the Dog. Arvs with the tapang plays. Siya yung pinakamatapang yata na Kaja na makikita natin sa ngayon.
Yeah.
And it's okay kahit mamatay siya. And it's okay to pop the ultimate when you're making these plays na alam mong kailangan mo ng isugal.
Yeah.
At yung mid laner mo na si Arvs ay ganun. Gonna have to give it to him. Dalawa pa lang item niya. Fleeting Time and Calamity Reaper, but
that's all he needs. Exactly. That's all he needs.
Tapang lang talaga eh. Parang sige.
Puso ang puhunan.
Puso ang
puhunan ni Arvs dito. And again, gotta throw back to his play with the Ring of Order. Na-punish ang Bren dahil ginamit na nila lahat. Yeah. So, posible pa rin para sa LPE na i-bait din ang Bren. Kasi kanina si Bren pa ang naghahanap ng, pick off nyo to. Ito si Flap, ito si Lusty. Pero sabi ng LPE, hindi, antayin nyo. Meron din kaming ibabato sa inyo.
That's right. Wow. Can't believe that we're seeing this from LPE. Kailangan nila yung pagkapanalo na to laban sa Bren Esports because of skid. But at the same time, Bren Esports, kailangan din nila ng recovery.
And, nasabi mo na nga, di ba? Gigil ang Bren. They suffered a loss yesterday and it was a sweep. So I think LPE can actually take advantage of that emotional state right now. This is gonna be another engage. Arvs here, hindi pa siya ganun katapang. Now, real manipulation, pushing them back from the back lines. Nako po, that's going to be one. KarlTzy taking down Jake the Dog. This might be the turnaround Bren Esports is looking for. Arvs, medyo mababa. Bimo, mas-shutdown na rin dito. Oh no, ni Lusty and KarlTzy. Hold up! Nice play by Aspect. Outplayed.
Oh my God!
I may. Now, FlapTzy gonna look for the knockout and he finds it. rTzy na lang ang natitira. Signs of life from LPE. Pero, medyo nag-overstay yata doon si Aspect. Not much he could do. Again, FlapTzy smelled blood.
What happened there was LPE already, sabi natin kanina na pag may round 2 yung laban, dun sila lugi. Ngayon, rTzy cannot defend against 4. Tank yes, he is. By the way, gusto i-take note kanina si Bimo, gamit yung kupa, fully na-tank niya yung Meteor Shower. But LPE, unfortunately, nagamit na ni rTzy already yung Detona's Welcome. Bago pa magsimula yung laban, na-purify lang yun. Kaya nga naman, nung dumating na si KarlTzy, sobrang confident na niya. Alam na niya na meron na siyang way para manglikod.
Yup, and essentially, LPE, again, the story here is they might have overstayed. Kasi kapag after round 1, pag linabas na nila lahat, wala na silang maibabawi except for when it comes to outplay. So yun, medyo nakita tayo ng moments of brilliance from Aspect.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, meron pa si Flap eh.
I wanna say, the next power spike para sa Bren Esports, ganito yan eh, di ba pag nagkakaroon ng tug of war, na palitan ng ganito, the biggest power spike is kung sino yung mauuna sa Winter Truncheon at kung kailan yung timing na yun. This time para sa Bren Esports, perfect dahil nakuha na ni Ribo yung Winter Truncheon niya. Eventually, I think KarlTzy will pick up something similar. Siguro, Wind of Nature, or Winter Truncheon himself, pwede yun. Or, this time is Immortality. Actually, pinakamagandang choices among those three yata is the Immortality.
Yep, especially when we reach the 20-minute mark. Now, Arvs though, papasabugin ni FlapTzy. So that's a Divine Judgment out of the equation. Jake the Dog gonna be using the Blazing Duet from the backline, trying to clear this assault from Bren Esports. Oh, sabi ni rTzy, welcome. Sabi ni Detona, and that's going to be a flicker out. Back out, sabi dito ng LPE now. That's gonna be Bren all in. Buo pa sila, all 5. Nabawasan ng isang LPE. Libreng Lord to.
Libreng Lord for sure.
Unless,
30 seconds Arvs. Wala si Arvs.
Oo, si Arvs.
Sa ganakaw.
Oo, yun ang kailangan eh.
But Aspect is here. Oh, tingnan na. Ang LPE ba? LPE, I don't think you can. Tingnan mo yung pwesto ni FlapTzy. Nauna na siya dun sa pwestuhan. So it won't matter so much. Easy Lord para sa Bren Esports.
Yep, medyo inambahan lang ng LPE. Pero Bren Esports, ever the wiser, the experienced team here against the qualifiers team that LPE is. Alam nila yung galawan eh. Bren Esports, they expected at least 1 or 2 from LPE to try to go for the seal kasi nakaramdaman sila ng nakaw kanina eh. Not this Luminous Lord.
Not gonna happen para sa Bren Esports. The items are really piling up. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng malaking problema para sa LPE. If we do find yung mga magandang pwesto mula kay Jake the Dog, which actually he is doing great.
Capable, yeah.
Capable
nakahanap siya eh.
Kaso may mga items talaga na magiging checkmate na eh. For example, sobrang dami ng Winter Truncheon sa side ng Bren Esports. Mawawala na ng impact dito si Jake the Dog.
Yeah.
Eh lalo ngayon, buhay lahat ng battle spells ng Bren.
Pati ult. So this is going to be an all-out engage. Down goes Arvs. Napakaganda ng real manipulation sa entrance pala ng base ng LPE. Hindi niya man lang pinasok. Alam niyang equal -1 agad yon. Bottom lane gonna go down here. Welcome ni Detona. Nice use of the Winter Truncheon again, Wolf. Ni Nostra mo na. Nabawasan ng isang ult ang LPE. They're counting their eggs here. There are only so many things they can do left. Nako, that's gonna be Blazing Duet. Nabilangan na Jake the Dog. Alam niyang wala ng ult from the backlines. Nice use of BMI. Ribo with the Meteor Shower, clearing the waves. I think LPE still has this. Nice defense.
I think we'll live to see another day or so, another minute. But Pheww, dalawang outplays yung ginawa niya. Nung inabol na siya doon ni Arvs na nag-flicker din, hahabulin na sana siya, tamang galaw lang, and then flicker out, tapos instantly real-world manipulation, punishing Arvs. Tapos nag-Winter Truncheon to control, and Lusty nilakat lang!
Isa pa! Real-world manipulation sisimulan dito. Ang team fight gonna be Blazing Duet less. Nako yan, napapasok na siya! Nabilangan!
Nabilangan kaso nakakataas din ni Jake the Dog. Will be able to run away. Napag-regen. Kamuti ka pa matunaw nung apoy, glowing one, but my God.
Ganda, binilangan ni Jake the Dog. Sabi niya, Tempest. Okay, Blazing Duet. And now, see here, Wolf, 20 minutes past. Nagsimula na ang 1 minute up death timers.
It's gonna be scary. 21 minutes into this game.
Pwede na mag-CR si Lusty, tas maghugas ng kamay, at least 30 seconds. So yan, bilang na bilang.
Gotta have to take note, Jake the Dog is doing wonders for his team. Hindi na siya nag-Queen of Nature muna. Queen's Wings, Breastplate, sabayang bigkas. DHS finally picked up by Ling, si KarlTzy. Gusto ko yung Immortality. I think it's much better choice instead of the Wind Talker. Sorry, the Wind of Nature o kaya yung Winter Truncheon.
Yeah.
Pero yung Winter Truncheons parehas kay Pheww, pati na rin kay Ribo. That's so perfect. Looking at Lusty, Blade Armor. Yun naman talaga yung value item dito laban sa mga members ng LPE.
Yep, you're gonna be shredding down Jake. You're gonna be shredding down BMO. And eventually Aspect na bumibasic na rin at this point. Late game na tayo eh. So hindi na ganun kaganda ang full combo ng kit ng isang Harley. So he has to turn into a secondary marksman. So yun, Blade Armor, napakaganda. Lusty, even if it does equal to a pick-off like this potentially, masakit pa rin, mababawasan ng mga buhay. BMO, papasabugin dito, Ribo gets him. And again, that's a easy pick-off, 65 seconds. Pero may trade. FlapTzy, mabubuhay ka ba, Jake the Dog? Putting in a few hits, and he survives!
Just a little bit more.
Isang hinga.
But Jake the Dog, wala rin kasi siyang, hindi siya full stacks nun eh. Kayang Art of Thievery, kaya naman hindi na niya pinilit. And, wise decision by the way. Yung LPE, nag-set up sila ng Death Brush dito sa may bandang purple buff. Nandoon si Aspect, yung Kaja Harley combo sana. But Lusty was the first one to be there. And nisip ng LPE, dahil may Immortality si Lusty, and the fact na back siya tapos like 5 defensive items, hindi worth it. And it definitely wasn't.
Yep, let's see. Jake the Dog,
naku,
medyo
hindi tumama na naman.
Forward yata. Pero ito, online si Arvs ha. Meron siyang Divine Judgment dito. Meron siyang DJ. Tingnan natin kung wakachaka si Lusty. Ryota from the back. Tatamaan ng Crystal ni Pheww. This is great zoning from Bren Esports. Libreng-libre.
What a position. Look at that. The 5-man positioning from Bren Esports. Ano yan? Pentagon offense.
Pentagon defense, offense, perimeter.
Whatever you call it. Ang perfectly. Na-checkmate nila yung LPE kasi walang points of entry.
No safe goes. Delikado, either way.
Ribo now picking up the wings, the blood wings. Maunat na, hindi na madali. Even with the combo, tas may Winter Truncheon pa siya. Napakahirap na i-1 si Ribo.
Ang dami. Mala Exborg yung life bar niya. Ang dami. Here we go. Poisons early on by Lusty gonna go in. Real world manipulation. But sasagot si Jake the Dog ng Blazing Duet. Pero papasabugin siya ni FlapTzy. The knockout by Pacquiao. BMO looking low. Tempest ablaze by KarlTzy. They're wailing at the base. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be it. Pero buhay pa yata from the backlines. Lusty taken out by Aspect. KarlTzy buhay pa. Gonna back out. FlapTzy knocking up 3. Gonna be able to go for the defense. Pheww tinamaan ng Deadly Magics pero buhay pa siya. He's gonna survive. They're gonna go for the first push. Round 2 daw. Let's see kung may bawi dito ang LPE. Aspect bumili ng potion dito. Kaya niya pa ba? Oh no. Wolf, masyado na itang malakas yung mga minions. Space escape. That's gonna be it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports. Massive sweep ang LPE. This winning moment is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Put your game face on and fight.